Dr. Teriba, it's understandable that government at this time, it's just about 79 days into office of this administration, Dr. Teriba, and it's understandable how government cannot want to feel helpless in such a situation like this when Nigerians want an intervention, when the cost of living is, skyrocketing. So, for instance, you heard the acting CBN governor say just recently about how he thinks that the exchange rate in the official market has been stable or relatively stable, and he was blaming the instability on speculative demand by people. Isn't that something you think government can do to change the reality? If we stabilize Forex, then, one way or the other, it will impact positively on how much Nigerians pay for petrol.
Is that question to me?
Yes, Dr. Sariba.
Right. It's not about talking now as we speak, because whatever you say, as long as the market, as the last commentator made, is going on a free fall, it's not about what you say, it's about what you do. There are opportunities for open mouth policy. There are opportunities for open market policies. Bring on the reserves. Nigeria is extremely well placed to invoke liquidity injection in a matter of weeks, in a matter of days, in a matter of months. We have the assets. And I love the headline that I read in one of the newspapers over the last 24 hours that government is going to partially sell some of its equity stake in about a dozen or dozen and a half entities. Government should look for the reserves now. You are not a company, you're a country. You have sovereign powers. Bring reserves onto the market. 30,000 is no comfort to anybody. It's not about speculator. If you have foreign exchange and you have seen how the free fall has been happening in the last 2 months, you want to cover your position. So it's a crisis of confidence. People are losing confidence in the ability of the central bank to stabilize the market, and the government shouldn't leave the central bank alone. The central bank at the end of the day is an agent of the government. The government should do whatever it can to find the Forex injection that will stabilize the market. You have a patient that is hemorrhaging, and you shouldn't look beyond the blood bank. So if you need to call for blood donors, our president has traveled outside of the country. He had met with the diaspora. You can ask them what they can do to contribute the liquidity that we need, maybe open opportunities for them to invest in sectors where the government holds 100% equity, talk to foreigners, liberalize, if you like, the rail sector, the power transmission sector. Let equity come in, especially dollar equity, and the market can be stabilized. Nigeria is not in any situation that you cannot solve within a week or two or within a month. But the answer is going to come from how much equity you are able to raise, particularly foreign direct investment, cross-border equity. So right. I wish, the president well, I wish the country well. Nigerians are suffering from the weight of the, unification of
Dr. Teriba, talking about what government is doing as against what it's saying, we have news just in talking about relief for the Naira and the fact that the NNPC Limited just secured a $3 billion emergency crude repayment loan from Afrexim Bank. And we understand that this is going to, according to the NNPC, this commitment letter and term sheet for an emergency $3 billion oil repayment loan will provide some immediate disbursement that will enable NNPC Limited to support federal government in its ongoing fiscal and monetary policy reforms aimed at stabilizing the exchange rate markets. Just before I get to Dr. Hai, what's your reaction to this latest news? $3 billion repayment loan, and it's aimed at stabilizing the Naira.
excellent news, positive development. We should do more than that. We are a 480 billion economy. 3 billion is good news, but we are looking for not 3 billion, we are looking for 30 billion. So if NNPC can bring that on, what is the central bank bringing on? What is the Ministry of Finance Incorporated, MOFI, bringing on? So if this is a sovereign issue, at the end of the day, central bank is just an agent. So this is a country issue. This is right at the table of the president. We need to find the reserves. Nigeria has diaspora who could, at this time, India in this situation that we are now in 1991, they issued diaspora bonds in a week. They got $4 billion. So if you can issue diaspora bonds, do so. People believe in the President Tinubu, and he has contacts all over the globe. He should do a clear call now, issue a diaspora bond, or offer choice national assets and say, come and take 1% equity, come and take 5% equity.
All right.
We need to be looking for reserves in the order of $50 billion or $100 billion.